this book, Dare to Lead. So this book, Dare to Lead, is by Brené Brown, and she's written some very interesting and intriguing topic when it comes to leadership. So today we're going to be discussing these topics and try to understand what the author is trying to convey, and try basically at the end to implement these topics in our life, in our leadership. Because once we take the path of entrepreneurship, leadership is a skill which we have to continuously develop every step we go. Right. So about the author, Brené Brown teaches us how to rise up and face wilderness fearlessly. Her TED talk, The Power of Vulnerability, is one of the top 5 most viewed TED talks with over 50 million views. So it was another video which I was, going through. So if you could, possibly switch YouTube video viewing time to TED talks, it would greatly benefit you guys as well. So today, what we're going to be discussing in this book, the various topics, is sabse pehle, who is it for? The key to becoming a better leader. What makes you feel vulnerable? Company culture of sharing honesty, as well as sharing, basically just sharing knowledge and sharing honesty as well. Keep your core values intact. What are the core values of a leader? And perfection is a myth. So yes, guys, there is or might not be any such thing called perfection. So who is this for? Leaders were searching for fresh ways to connect with their team, and anyone trying to build courage in their workplace, or anyone who wants to be a good and effective leader in the first place. So what does it take? What are the keys to becoming a better leader? First of all, the key to really great leadership isn't about position or your power. In order to achieve it, you must be vulnerable, speak your truth, be courageous, and stay true to what you believe in. Some times you would feel vulnerability is a sign of weakness, but every human, and even superheroes for that matter, Superman has his kryptonite, right? So similarly, everyone is vulnerable. We have to be courageous enough and be true to what we believe in, and stand by it no matter what. The importance of honing in your values so that you can make decisions and perform day-to-day actions from a place of true conviction holds the highest value for any leader. So that is basically depending and knowing that what you are doing is correct. So that is something which is required in order for you to become a more valued leader. Right. So what makes you feel vulnerable? So it's sometimes, as I said, it was sometimes associated that if a person is expressing his emotions, that it's a sign of weakness or feeling inadequate. So guys, it's absolutely not that way. And from far from being a weakness, practicing real vulnerability is actually a superpower. And this is our first key message. Being vulnerable is an act of courage. It what makes other people like you as well. And again, once you're building yourself as a leader, also concentrate on what your story is. Since you're the captain of your ship, what do you want that story to read? So it involves saying what's on your mind and being honest with yourself as well as with your team as well. So company culture of sharing and honesty. The key idea here is that courageous leaders are willing to give and solicit honest feedback from their teams. So take that time out from your busy schedule, listen to your team, listen to your co-workers, and maybe create weekly or bi-weekly check-ins with your team. Offer them the opportunity to relay or any concerns or problems which they have. They should be open to continue to talk to you. So as you continue this journey, maybe soon or later, you will hire a few people. So maybe they can be working from home or from your office, but irrespective, you have to create a culture where you are sharing information, you're being honest and transparent with these individuals, and they will also be contributing to your organization likewise. So keep your core values intact. So your values should direct every decision you make and every action you implement. So these are your inherent values. The most courageous leaders are those who know their values and can guide them through their darkest time. So sometimes here it also, we see when people sell on Amazon that some, products it might come across you that certain products are not worthy enough to be shipped to a particular customer, where the choice is now yours. Should you be shipping it to the customer, giving them a poor experience ki dekhi jayegi, dekh lete hain, sell kar dete hain, or would you hold on and send a okay piece which is in good condition? So this is where your values come in. Always, we have to focus that it should be a win-win situation. The customer should always be delighted and thrilled when they are receiving a parcel from us. That is why it's also our responsibility to ensure that our values are so intact, then we are buying genuine products and being able to sell these products organically through Amazon. So, your values of what you want to deliver become really important, and that is something which you will teach to your co-workers and people who work for you down the line as well. So the most courageous leaders are those who know their values and can guide them through their darkest times. So this is like, you are guiding your audience, you're guiding the people you're working with, or the brands you're dealing with. Your core values is what sets you apart from everyone else. So what are the core values of a leader? So take a moment to ask yourself, what are your key values? What are, some things which you believe in? So two values here are actionable. So are you honest? Are you ownership? I am responsible. We have to be responsible towards the customer. Accountability. So what are the two most important values for you on which you would want to build your company? You would want to build your organization? वो कौन सी दो values हैं? Here you can have a long list of values and none of them can genuinely drive your behavior. So what are the two values that, which define you? That I am of an honest person. I will take responsibility for the things I say. So what are you want to help people? ये कौन सी दो values हैं? That is something which you have to ask yourself, and that is something which you can do your homework on as well. And this is something which will also stay with you for a good tenure of time when you're operating your organization, when you come with certain choices, dilemmas, or what you need to do and what you should not be doing. This is where your values will guide you through those particular times. So too many values and you're left with a meaningless list of words designed to make you feel good. So team spirit, and you write courage, you write power, you write money, you write all different kinds of values. They all make no sense at all. All what the author is trying to say is that we should have two values which we should consistently implement. And now perfection is a myth. And guys, this is so true in my life as well. Whenever you're trying to build a new business, a lot of people, what they do is they try and go for perfectionism, that everything has to be spot on it, everything has to be perfect, only then I will start. So that is actually a myth. You should not be doing it. So if we truly want to become daring leaders, we have to learn to put perfectionism in the trash can. The work has to be done at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter if it's perfect or not, but near about perfectionism is good enough, right? So perfectionism is not about self-improvement, but about winning people's approval. Research shows that perfectionism is associated with addiction, depression, and anxiety. So again, we shouldn't really be going after perfectionism कि यार ये perfect होएगा and तब हम करेंगे. It's like, at the end of the day, the thing has to be done. The action has to be accomplished. So to become a daring leader, take off the armor of perfectionism and jump into the fray. At the end of the day, if you have to contact your brands, so you want to find the perfect brand that only then I will reach out. That is irrelevant when it comes, when, action triumphs over it, where you contacting at least 5-10 brands on a daily basis. So you don't really go after that perfect brand. Spread a wide variety of net. Go after all related, and browse into other categories and reach and see what brands are there. Get communicating with them, get price sheets, get research them further. So instead of being perfect, concentrate on getting the job done. Right. So guys, with this we come to the end of this book, and I hope you like this book. And for everyone who wants to read this book, it is Dare to Lead definitely a must read for everyone of you, because sooner or later you will take that leadership role where there will be people working under you. And again, for yourself as well, you first need to be a leader for yourself and be able to lead yourself. If you can put yourself in check, lead yourself, then again, that is the biggest battle won, and then everything automatically falls into place.